Now, let's talk about our friend Meghan first, shall we? It is the trooping of the colour. Trooping the colour. I always make that mistake. Trooping the colour this Saturday, and that's why you come over. You come over once a year to see this incredible ceremony down near Parliament, near Buckingham Palace.
Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, is reportedly fuming after being publicly humiliated by none other than Hollywood icon Kate Winslet during a live chat at the King's Foundation event, a gathering closely tied to King Charles himself. This was not a whispered rumor or a tabloid sting. It was a brutal, on-air takedown broadcast to the world, and Meghan was not even in the room to fight back.
Year, of course, it was when Kate made her first public appearance after launching her brave battle to beat cancer. So there's a remarkable moment last year because she'd been, away from the public eye for about 6 months.
As Trooping the Colour looms this Saturday, the timing could not be worse for the Duchess, whose carefully crafted image is now crumbling under the weight of Winslet's cutting words. The scandal has ignited debates across the Commonwealth and beyond, drawing in viewers who relish the intricate dance of royal protocol and celebrity intrigue. So grab your tea, settle into your armchair, and let us unravel this scandalous saga step by deliberate step, exploring every twist and turn of this dramatic unraveling. It all unfolded at the King's Foundation event, a prestigious affair meant to celebrate arts, culture, and sustainable leadership, hosted near Buckingham Palace with a guest list dripping in celebrity gold.
And guess what Meghan was all set to do? You know what she's like when the British royals do anything, particularly Kate or William, but King Charles as well. When they do something that's going to make the papers, Meghan invariably tries to upstage them.
Kate Winslet, fresh from her brave return to the public after a courageous battle with cancer that kept her away for 6 months, joined Meryl Streep for what promised to be a polished discussion on authenticity in storytelling. The atmosphere was electric, with luminaries from film and philanthropy gathered to honor the Foundation's mission. But then, about 23 minutes into the conversation, Winslet veered off script with a remark that stopped the room cold. She began by critiquing the trend of using charity work as a mask, her tone measured yet pointed. "Some do it with heart," she said, "others, well, they do it for cameras and clicks. It is shameless." Then, without a flicker of hesitation, she added, "Yes, I am talking about Meghan Markle." The audience froze. Streep blinked in surprise.
For services to unserved communities or something. We couldn't quite work out why she's getting it, but she was going to be there. She's going to make an acceptance speech. In all her finery. She would have made the papers. So that was the idea. She does last year when Kate was going to go to Trooping the Colour.
A few gasps rippled through the crowd, mingling with the clink of champagne glasses and the rustle of elegant attire. Winslet, unflinching, stared straight into the camera and carried on as if she had merely commented on the weather. The clip exploded online within minutes, with Twitter and YouTube melting down under a flood of reactions from shocked fans and gleeful critics alike. Meghan, it seems, was watching from her Montecito mansion, expecting a platform to bolster her royal-adjacent goodwill and perhaps steal the spotlight from the upcoming Trooping the Colour festivities. Instead, she got a public evisceration that left her reeling.
To go to this $1,500 at her head. Now let's just talk about this award that she would have really revelled in collecting, and then making her oh so modest acceptance speech that probably
about dish soap. We would have heard about the dish soap again.
And can I just say I'm launching a new range of rosé wine.
Insiders tell us she was stunned, pacing her lavish home in disbelief, muttering about why Kate would do this to her and how this could derail her carefully laid plans. The plan had been to upstage the royals again, as she has done before, with well-timed announcements or appearances, perhaps with a grand acceptance speech for some award she would have reveled in, likely tied to her latest couture, maybe even dish soap, rose wine, or some new charitable venture she could tout. But this time, there was no stage to steal, no cameras to capture her poised rebuttal.
the boys and, or no, just the girls club. It was like the girls club in Montecito, Santa Barbara area. And remember, she said she was the most bullied person on the internet to all of these children that are actually experiencing severe bullying.
Rage took over. Sources say she stormed through the house, shouting that Winslet was jealous that the King's Foundation had set her up, and that this was a conspiracy to undermine her global influence. Prince Harry, bless his heart, tried calling contacts to demand a clarification, reaching out to old friends and allies, but he was met with radio silence, leaving the couple isolated in their distress. The Sussexes were blindsided, left without a lifeline as the world watched their humiliation unfold in real time. And what a humiliation it was. The word shameless, so loaded and personal, became the headline everywhere from the BBC to TMZ, dominating news cycles and sparking endless chatter in living rooms across the UK. Meryl Streep's reaction, or lack thereof, only amplified the sting. Her side glance, brief pause, and soft smile spoke volumes, interpreted by viewers as complicity in the face of Winslet's bold statement. Streep did not defend Meghan, did not challenge Winslet, and that silence was louder than any rebuttal, a deafening void that echoed through the opulent venue. For Meghan, who has long sought validation from powerful women in Hollywood, this felt like a door slamming shut with a resounding thud. The King's Foundation, tied to Charles, hosting this moment added salt to the wound, turning a night of celebration into a public trial. Analysts suggest it was not accidental. A royal commentator noted the setting sent a clear message. The cultural and royal establishment is united in rejecting Meghan's brand of celebrity activism, a rejection that reverberates through the halls of power and the screens of the masses. It was the perfect storm, a respected British actress, an American icon, and a royal backstage all dismantling her image in one fell swoop, leaving her reputation in tatters. Back in Montecito, the fallout was seismic, shaking the foundations of her carefully constructed empire. Insiders paint a picture of a duchess unhinged, her comeback plans derailed by this unexpected blow. She had hoped 2025 would cement her as a feminist icon, a beacon of modern royalty, but now she is branded a risk. The entertainment industry, they say, is suffering from Meghan fatigue, weary of her relentless self-promotion. A top studio insider told The Hollywood Reporter, "It is exhausting, and it is no longer good for business," a sentiment that has spread like wildfire among producers and executives. Winslet's comments merely confirmed what many already feel. Meghan's inspirational veneer is wearing thin, chipped away by years of perceived opportunism. Her narrative of victimhood, from the Oprah interview to her Netflix series and Spotify podcasts, is increasingly seen as curated, profitable, and performative, a facade that no longer holds water. A female producer who once considered collaborating with Arkewell remarked, "She does not uplift women, she uses them." Everything is transactional, every cause a campaign, a calculated move to keep her name in lights. Even Buckingham Palace, ever silent, is said to be watching with restrained satisfaction, seeing Hollywood turn on her after years of being painted as the villain in her global media campaign. So, what does this mean for Meghan moving forward? Her team is in crisis mode, scrambling with publicists, brand consultants, and media partners to counter the damage, holding late-night strategy sessions to salvage her reputation. Advisors are divided. Should she confront the insult head-on with a response video, a tearful address to her followers, or ignore it and risk looking weak, retreating into silence as the world judges her every move? Either way, the momentum is against her, a tidal wave of negative press that threatens to engulf her latest ventures. Her projects with Netflix face quiet delays, her royal titles feel exploited in the eyes of the public, and her appearances are now seen as optics over action, a hollow performance rather than genuine outreach. This scandal differs from past blows because it did not come from tabloids or royals, but from a Hollywood peer on a stage linked to Charles, a betrayal from within her own supposed allies. Her grip on the industry's upper echelons is slipping, and no media spin may save her this time, leaving her to ponder her next step in isolation. And what of Harry? Left to manage the fallout alone, He is a poignant figure, the spare-turned-solitary parent navigating a crumbling empire while the world speculates on his next move. The contrast is stark, Meghan reeling from this public rebuke while he holds the fort, tending to their children and Archewell's dwindling operations. It is a narrative gripping the UK and Commonwealth, where royal watchers dissect every detail with relish, and even the US tunes in for the celebrity scandal allure, drawn by the soap opera unfolding across the Atlantic. This saga feeds into broader debates about the monarchy's relevance, with some viewing Meghan's stumble as a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition, a lesson in the perils of overreaching in the public eye. Here we stand at the climax of a drama, as tragic as it is compelling, a moment that has redefined Meghan's standing in the global spotlight. Kate Winslet's brutal live chat has exposed the fracture between Meghan's public image and private reputation, a crack that widens with each passing day. For years, she has operated in a curated echo chamber, surrounded by sympathetic interviews and PR-crafted moments, but this crack on a global stage may signal a collapse that cannot be undone. No one rushed to her defense, no celebrities condemned Winslet, and Meghan was left isolated, perhaps for the first time since stepping into the global spotlight, abandoned by the very elite she courted. The damage is done and the question lingers. Is this the end of her reign over public sympathy, a reign built on fragile foundations? We turn to you now, the discerning viewers who follow this saga with keen interest. Was Kate Winslet right? Is Meghan truly shameless, using causes and communities as stepping stones for fame? Or has Hollywood turned to cold to fast on someone trying to carve her own path amidst the royal glare? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us open this up. Was this a long overdue reality check? A moment of truth delivered with surgical precision, or a personal attack gone too far? An unjust blow to a woman fighting her own battles? Subscribe for more bold commentary, sharp truths, and the latest from the world of royalty, celebrity, and scandal. We dig deeper, cut sharper, and reveal what the headlines will not. This story is far from over, and you will not want to miss what unfolds next, whether it be a defiant comeback or a quiet retreat into obscurity.